Hey, what's up, Joe? Welcome to my 5-Minute Friday for August 4th. So, things in my mind this week. I was chatting with a friend of mine this morning about the sheer proliferation of data tooling out there. It seems like you can find a tool for basically any conceivable thing you want to try and do. So, and it got me thinking, and it's a new thought. I've expressed this many times in many podcasts, but I guess it's more of a reminder that we have a lot of great technology at this point. We're in the golden age of technology. I don't think that that's really the issue, especially with the advent of generative AI and basically every aspect of people's lives. I don't think that there's a technology gap at this point. I almost think there's probably too much in some ways. But what I do notice is there is a tremendous gap between the technology we have available and our ability to use that technology, right? So I kind of equate it to, maybe a chef who is really good at, operating an oven, and has a great oven. It has great spatula, great knives, great everything. But the chef is also very clueless in terms of just, assembling raw ingredients and making something that tastes good, right? So this reminds me a lot of how we work with data these days. The raw ingredients we tend to sort of skip over. We just throw it into in this analogy, a fancy oven, and expect magic to occur. Expect a great thing to come out of the oven, and sticking with that analogy, a lot of data teams, they throw a lot of data into their favorite cloud data warehouse or lakehouse of their choice, and expect magical things are going to happen. I talked about this a bit in the Is Kimball Dead or Is Kimball Still Relevant podcast a couple weeks ago, and this is very much along those same lines, where we have a lot of great tools at our disposal. We can throw out as much compute as we want. But at the end of the day, what we really lack is the baseline skills and knowledge to really appreciate data. So again, back to the Is Kimball Still Relevant podcast and an article, which, by the way, got a lot of press, got a lot of attention on that. So thanks for everyone who supported that piece of content. But that article really resonated something with people that this, in this case, a lack of data modeling basics is causing us to do things basically backwards. We're focused so much on the physical implementation of solving problems that we don't take a step back and understand that the data we're dealing with or the problem we're trying to solve. And so, one of the things I hope for is that we can, again, close the knowledge gap. Some things I would definitely focus on is just basic data literacy with data practitioners. It shocks me how, data practitioners don't have basic data skills or literacy. Data modeling is definitely something I would push on for sure. And I would say also just understanding stakeholder needs and being able to communicate with business stakeholders and quote the business at large. These are all skills where I feel like this, if we could close the gap with just these areas alone, I feel like data teams and data professionals would operate at a much higher level versus where they are now, which I feel like, again, we're really good at tools, we're really good at SQL, we're really good at Python, and we still don't understand a damn thing we're doing. That's the bottom line. And I see this over and over to the point where I know I'm right in saying this. It sucks to say it, but it is what it is. So yeah, just get back to basics. Focus on the fundamentals. Learn to see with data. Learn to use the raw ingredients at your disposal. I think that you'll be a much stronger data practitioner, and the teams that you operate on will just operate at a much higher level. So anyway, that's the rant for today. Gearing up next week, I'll be in Atlanta next Thursday, the 10th of August. So it's DBT and Joe Reese Roadshow. And then that actually resumes back in Seattle on September 7th. So if you happen to be in either of those two cities, terrific. Right after Atlanta, I'll be taking off to Australia for the Data Edge Bytes I guess four cities tour. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Got a lot of good friends on the tour, so this could be really looking forward to it. And then pretty much the season of travel commences. So got some really cool stuff in the works. Can't say much about it yet, but stay tuned for I'd say some pretty big announcements coming up this fall. So anyway, I hope you have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.